Hello, welcome, greetings. Knocked over my globe as I sat down. So that's exciting. Welcome to an let's say extremely last minute pop-up sprint. I decided about 3 hours ago. I could just tell that I was going to need the extra time, and it's not an HK day. And so I decided to go for it. How are we doing? With the unfortunate is not even the right word. Ridiculous, ludicrous, unjust, incomprehensible removal of Devin Cutting's playlists. It's really unfortunate. You know how many times, I'm sure you all do because you've done the same thing. How many times this week I'd be like, I wonder if anyone's sprinting right now. Oh, I can't. I just have to rely on my subscriptions. Can't find anybody new, apparently. I mean, I could click on the hashtags and stuff, but it's so different. Oh my gosh, like what a loss of a service for all of us. Anyway, I decided to go ahead and start about 30 minutes early, like launch the thing, because people need to have the notice. And like I'll sign on to HK's sprints like right when she starts at 4:00, and 8 to 16 minutes later, I get the notification on my phone. I'm like, you're a little behind, YouTube. So that's why I decided to go ahead and do a longer intro. Also, right now I am involved in a really awesome fundraising management certification course, but it is Tuesdays and Thursdays from 1 to 4, both days, plus homework and preparation we have to do. It's super informative, but it's a lot. And so, we're all all the participants having to make up our time around that. So it was at the beginning of that class when I was like, yeah, I need some time. Thankfully, I got a lot done this morning. And so I'm really I need to end at 7 for my own well-being. But that should get about 4 25-minute sprints. I feel like that's pretty good, and I want to do the first two, dedicate the first two to work, and the second two to Preptober, which I'm finally getting around to. I finally started Preptober for about 20 minutes last night on October 24th. Well, that's just the way the month has gone. So that's me. How are you all? Hello, Morningstar. Good to see you here. Hello, Margaret. Exciting news. Your book launched. I've seen your interviews today. I was working all day, and so I couldn't watch them, but congratulations. Time to let the clouds deflate me a bit. Counterpoint, float up to the clouds because of your emotional adrenaline high and just hang out with them for a while. One woman's opinion, but congratulations, Margaret. And from Morningstar as well. But I don't want to flatline, hence the walk before my own live stream. Yes, that's good. Get some energy, some blood coursing through your veins, some oxygen. That's excellent. And we got grins, we got emojis. Well, hello there, Jen Wrights Romance. Very good to have you here. Okay, nice globe. Thank you. I have 2 of them, Morningstar. This pink and cream number. And I have this hot pink with all sorts of hot pink multicolored globe. I like globes. If there were a globe museum, which I'm sure there is, I would absolutely go to it. Okay, good. You need productivity as well. Excellent, Morningstar. Glad to be here so we can be productive together. Is Devin okay? I mean, I don't know. I'm sure there are a lot of people who know, who are much more involved in the community, who know better than I do. But I imagine it's got to be super hard. Oh, he gets to appeal again in about a week. Okay. Yeah, he got permabanned. What the heck? Like, what on earth? Like, it just makes me think if there's been a mistake. Like, literally, if they got him confused with someone else, you know? A bunch of stuff on social media fighting. Yes, I have seen that as well. Yes, I saw that. A rough year, no details. Hello, Kelly. Oh, so glad. So glad that you joined. That's funny. Oh, you got the notification. You just saw the notification. Oh, but maybe it came through earlier. Yeah, you get busy and you just saw that notification. Listen, the thoughts are flying too fast around my head is what's happening. Let's see. More congratulations to Margaret. I'm not sure if Margaret is here. I'm not sure about her stream. Maybe we can look that up. I like globes too. Thank you. A map museum. I would be so all about going to a map museum. I just like looking at maps. Any kind of map. Oh, what are the name of the major roads in this random city I've never been to? Yes, I'm definitely for that. All right, friends. Well, let's go ahead. We got a lot to do. So let's jump into our first of 4 sprints. I'll put that in my banner. All right. And away we go. Hello, I'm here. I'm behind the computer. There we go. I was sitting here thinking, boy, I look very dimly lit right now. And then I realized I had forgotten to get out my ring light, but I have it on super bright setting. Okay, everything is just a little out of sorts. Let's stop with that timer. You tell me how your sprint went while I adjust this here lamp. Okay. All right, hopefully that'll do the trick. Okay, that's a little bit better, a little more normal. Felt like I was knocking everything over. I mean, I didn't just feel like I was, I basically really was. I have a candle container, I've got multiple beverage containers, a lot of containers. All right, there we go. Okay, as for me, that sprint, well, I was going to use that sprint to start on on what appears to be a bigger work project than I previously realized. And that's okay. I have a meeting at my favorite little breakfast place tomorrow at 9:30, but it opens at 7. So I'm thinking I can just I got set up, I got the document all set up with what I need, but I have to transfer. This is like 25 pages worth of stuff. Ugh. All kinds of minuscule notes and whatnot. And that's going to take a while. And and I was like, no, I do not have the emotional bandwidth for this tonight. There's no expiration date on it, really. Well, I mean, kind of. Sooner the better. So I'm going to just go get there at 7 tomorrow morning. And I think fresh start of the day. I don't have to get it all done in one sitting, but I feel like a good solid block of time is better than chopping it up, because once I get in the flow of this thought process, I won't want to stop. So that's my plan. I ended up revamping a plan during that sprint, and that's okay, because everything that I did would have had to get done anyway. All right, so let's take a look. See, well, Morning Star, right back at you. Thank you for your very kind words. But at least I'm not in the shadows anymore. Oh, got about 300 words. Excellent. And was surprised by the talking and background noise because I had already unmuted for the end of the timer so that you can hear the classic HK Darkwood timer chime. And then my ring light was on a shelf up there in my closet. It was all crashing around. And yeah, I kind of, we have our good days and our bad days. Oh, whoops. What did I just do? Okay. Green background is gone. It's right over there. The green back, I would show you, but if I move this camera, it just messes the whole thing up. So I just rearranged temporarily. But no, my green background is there. And actually I can see it now, which is actually kind of nice. Hello, greenery wall, hedge wall, as people call it. All my work grows is always bigger than I expected. I understand that. Oh boy. I would rather make it smaller. Actually, I don't know if you're talking about this at all. This will be a huge relief to get done. And it should what it will do is ease the workload and the stress for my nonprofit's major event when we do it again next year. Because we will start planning it within the month probably. But yes, Morningstar, your work, it just it multiplies. You understand? Yeah. I think when you're doing creative work, when you're really, really digging in like that, it's going to grow, right? Because creative work is its own kind of living and breathing thing, and it grows right before our eyes. Wow, I didn't mean to be so deep. But it's also true. That's how I feel, for sure. Okay. Let's see. What shall I do during my next sprint if I'm not going to work on that? Get out my handy journal. My bullet journal. Let's see here. I keep flipping to November in this. I'm like, hey, it's not November yet. Take it easy. There's still almost a week of it left. Oh, yes, this is a good thing I can do. Excellent. Okay. All right. Technical work grows too. That's true. It's true. It's nice to get things done though. That was deep, growing, green, developing. Theme. What is the word theme referring to? Just in general? Or did you mean to add that onto that sentence? Okay. Well, I'm so curious to know who here is doing Preptober. A growing theme. Gotcha. Okay. Who's doing Preptober? Is anyone here doing NaNoWriMo? Is anyone here a writer, but you're not doing NaNoWriMo? Or are you here doing something other than writing? I always like to know. This will be my 6th, right? Yeah, my 6th NaNoWriMo. I look forward to it so much every year. I get really excited for November. Plus, living in Oklahoma, it's very fallish here today. It's like 50, maybe 55 degrees. Is it that chilly? But it really takes getting into November down here in Oklahoma for, it's 64 degrees. That's definitely fallish though. But being from Iowa, for consistent, what I consider to be consistent fall really takes getting into November. And plus it gets darker. I know a lot of people prefer for it to remain light later. And I empathize with you for that. It's actually much harder on me when the days are super long and super bright. I struggle during those times. And so for me, when daylight savings ends and it's darker earlier, it's a real relief actually. So I do like that in November as well. So I'm sorry for those of you who are not looking forward to that, but there are some people who really do enjoy that. Now let's see. Jen says, does client work count for Nano? Well, are you planning to write 50,000 words during the month of November? If so, I say yes. Actually, any amount of words that you would write during November. Toss it on the website, make it a goal. If you like trackers, which I love their tracker, you get little badges and fun things. Why not do it for client work? I say yes if you want it to. Morningstar, I'm not doing Nano. I find that just staying steady is right. Well, for sure. You write in the morning and then after the day job. You have a good rhythm already. And so maybe NaNoWriMo just isn't something that you even need. That makes sense to me. Not that I don't try to work on my own stuff, but it's not as easy as I'd hoped. Okay. Well, maybe NaNoWriMo is an opportunity for you to work on your own stuff. Jen, do you ever find that when it comes to working on your own projects, you do better if you have a little bit of external accountability of some kind? That can look different for everybody, but maybe NaNoWriMo would be good for that. Maybe it would help you set aside the time. I don't know your life, just going on your comments here, but seems like if you want to make NaNoWriMo work for you either way, I think you can definitely do it. This is the 70s here. You're in Colorado, right? Morningstar. I was in Colorado last week. I took a last minute 3-day vacation to Colorado Springs. I loved it so much. That's beautiful. I like a cloudy day. I write that every month. I'm sure you do, Jen. You're like 50,000 words. Hey, everybody, Margaret's back. Everybody clap for Margaret because her book launched today. You can't hear You can't hear everybody's claps, but I believe that everybody is applauding right now. When I was in 5th grade, I first had a teacher who said she was giving a round of applause. And I remember that moment. And I love a play on words. And as a child, I was like, that's the most clever thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm sure I laughed out loud. Anyway, so bravissimo, Margaret. Oh, we have a few other comments to address. Tennessee. Who am I thinking of? Ah, Maggie is in Colorado. Okay. Still, you might be near some mountains. 2.7 miles. I was running hot in the rain. A real mutter. Okay. Well, you went for it, Margaret. Yes. Nice. Running in the rain. I can hear the fairies clapping. Excellent. Excellent. Applause, applause. And de rien. Bien sûr. Okay. Excellent. Well, we just got a real group of achievers here today, which is super exciting. Okay, I say we go ahead and jump into our next sprint. Wait, I have to address this. The last time I took a vacation anywhere, Morningstar, was 6 years ago, almost exactly, to Knoxville. One of my friends was living there at the time, and so we drove south to Gatlinburg and then up into the Smoky Mountains from there. And it was beautiful. And the next trip I took 6 years later, a weekend before last, was to the Rocky Mountains in Colorado. Wonderful trips, both of them. And you are near mountains. Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and jump into our second out of 4 sprints. Let me, so I don't forget, update my little banner. Okay. And we are ready to go. Here we go for 25 minutes. Welcome back. All right. All right. How did your sprint go? That was a decent sprint for me. Rather than knocking out anything big, which is harder to do at the end of the day. I really got my bigger projects done this morning. I'm adjusting to this new post-gala life where I don't have to be grinding every moment of every day. This has been my first week getting really back to normal, and it's been weird to just do normal work and not be so stressed out. It's nice, but it's an adjustment. It's weird. Anyway, so I got my major projects done this morning before my class. So I was just doing little stuff, really finish up the day. So for these next two sprints, I had wanted, oh boy, a thing is playing. Gosh, do I want to do this now or not? Do I do it now or do I wait and do it on Thursday? I got to do it at some point. I just saw for this class, there's like more assignments to do. So my option is to either watch a 17-minute video and take a few minutes to just do this pretty short. It's just like a discussion assignment and then it's done, and then just switch to Preptober for my last sprint or save it all. I think I'll feel better just having it done, honestly. So I think I'll do that. And I will at least dedicate one entire sprint to Preptober, which at this point, I've got ideas for my nonfiction book that I'm going to write. I do more nonfiction than fiction at this point, although I have a lot of fiction ideas that I outlined so that I've got the ideas when I'm ready for them. But right now, something that's worked for me in the past is just making note cards with the ideas on it. Because I basically know the information that I'm going to write. Like I've been working with it for years and years. And so I feel like, and this has worked really well for me for getting the 50,000 words in the past. Sometimes I need an outline. Sometimes I just need a note card. So literally I sit down to write, I look through my note cards and whichever one just like sparks something in my heart immediately. I'm like, that's the one. And I write as much as I want to about that note card until that's done. And then I take the next one that sparks an interest in my heart. So I've done several different procedures for NaNoWriMo in the past. This note card procedure I've used 3 times, although maybe 4. It just looked a little different. But anyway, it was great to sit down last night during HK sprints and start filling out the dang note cards. It's been wonderful. So there. Let's see here. Oh, and I happened to see this. We were talking about where Morningstar lives in Tennessee. What a beautiful area you live in. So pretty. Maggie dropped in to tap the like and say happy productivity. So if you're still here, Maggie, hearts to you. Morningstar, I got about 200 words. Excellent. Had to search for information during part of the sprint. I'll be right back by a break and going to start back into it. Okay, fantastic, Morningstar. Excellent. Got to take a bio break sometimes. Margaret made our chime sound, wrote out our chime sound. An onomatopoeia, right? Onomatopoeia. That's the one that sounds like, oh, now I'm doubting myself. That's the thing, that a word that is written how it sounds, right? Okay, good. It gives the examples of cuckoo and sizzle. Also, bring. So thanks for that, Margaret. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to say onomatopoeia. And you have your giveaway stream. For those who just signed in, Margaret freaking launched a brand new book today. And so we have applauded, but feel free to send applause now. So proud of all my friends doing such awesome things. Hello, Bethany. I'm new here. Welcome. Just perusing YouTube looking for some sprints, and I found you. Fantastic. Well, you couldn't be with a better group in chat. Like, you got some quality people here. I don't know who's still here at the moment, but if you're ever in a group with Maggie and Morningstar and Margaret, lots of M's in this group. Let's see. We had, here she is. Jen writes romance. Excellent person. Kelly Reese, fantastic person. You have happened into a very good, positive group of people. So just so glad to have you here. What you're working on, if you care to share. Let's see here. Yes, sprints are so great for productivity. They changed the game for me. I discovered sprints when I did NaNoWriMo for the first time in November 2017. Why did I have to specify it was November? Everyone knows that NaNoWriMo, everyone clearly knows NaNoWriMo is in November. Anyway, 2017. Now, back then, it was sprints via Twitter through the NaNoWriMo nonprofit account, which I still love, the Twitter sprints. They're so fun. And then that grew into finding author tubers who do sprints. Do you have a lot of experience with sprints? Maybe you're like, yeah, I know, I do this all the time. This is my first time with your group. Either way, you're very welcome here. Kelly Reese, yes, can't wait until Nano. Excellent. Kelly, you're going to be working on some of your own writing. Oh, let's see. Getting ready to head home if I don't see everyone before the sprint is over. Have a great night. You as well, Kelly. I've got 2 more that I'm doing. And so 2 more 25-minute sprints. So maybe we'll see you again. Someone might not know. You're right. I just assume, right? Someone may not know. Well, hello there, Sako. Excellent to see you. Look at your cute profile pic. Very enthusiastic face. You're making an enthusiastic face. I love an enthusiastic face. Who doesn't like one? Good to have you here. What you working on tonight? More greetings. Okay. Well, I'm ready to do this last work-based sprint. It's a 17-minute video I have to watch, followed by an assignment. So 25 minutes should be just about perfect for that. And then I'm done for the night. I'm done. All right, let's do it, my friends. 25 minutes. Here we go. Welcome back. All right. How'd your sprint go? Very good sprint for me. I was actually able to get the gist of the video, the knowledge that I needed from it. I'll watch the rest before my class on Thursday. But enough information to thoroughly, robustly answer the questions on my assignment. And I did all that in 8 minutes. And I was thinking it would take the whole sprint. So not bad. Not a bad trade-off. I used the remaining time to go ahead and send a few emails just to let me go ahead and close my email for the day. Boom, closed. That's a good feeling. My work email, that is. And then I needed to hydrate, get more water, my kefir for the day for all the good bacteria and whatnot. And then I was able to get started working on my Preptober again. And now I've got a whole 25-minute sprint where I can just work on that. Just brainstorm and think, oh, it's the golden hour where I live right now. And so the sunlight is hitting the trees in my yard, which are still green. I live in Oklahoma City. The leaves are just starting to turn on a few trees, but like I have a maple tree in my backyard. There's just like a few little leaves here and there that have changed color, but the sun is shining on the leaves right now. And it's so pretty. I just wanted to share that with all of you. All right, anyway. How are you all? What did you do? How are you all? What did you do? Oh, let's see. Sako said this must have been just after we started. Okay. Working on marketing for authors boot camp advent calendar thingy. Okay. That sounds cool. Let's see here. And Morningstar said, very good. 500 words. You're in a flow. Yes. Go back to it. Your flow is more important than chatting. So I definitely advocate for, if you want to say hey during chat and then get back to it. Definitely. Bethany, a couple hundred words down. That's excellent. Wait, did you say, do you have a genre or anything that you're working on? You don't have to share, but if you would like to, this is a group that loves to hear about stuff like that. And are you doing NaNoWriMo, Bethany? Thank you, Morningstar. Woohoo indeed. I felt the woohoo in my own heart, and I appreciate your woohoo back at me. Normally I feel like I would try and sprint for longer on a night like this, but I'm really trying to wrap up with stuff by 7:00 my time. Like a nice change from before where I would just go as long as I had energy. And I don't need to do that right now. And I would like to not do that, ever again, but at least definitely reduce that kind of thing. Bethany says, I write short stories and thrillers under this name. Okay, excellent. Ooh, a couple of pen name books out in the wild. Very mysterious. That's cool, Bethany. Excellent. Bethany Votaw. That's how I would pronounce the last name. Totally doing nano. Yay. I just have to finish this book first, so I am under pressure. Okay. Yes. Excellent. Last year I made a plan for NaNoWriMo, and about October 15th decided that I at least wanted to get a next, crappy as it may be, version of a book I have been working on for a few years. It's about my life, so it's an ongoing thing. And I think the final hasn't quite come to fruition yet, but a thing that I had in mind as sort of the end point of this book of something happening is like basically happening. And I'm like, oh, dang, I guess I got to finish that book. But anyway, last year I was like, before Nano starts, I have another project I want to work on. But for these last 2 weeks in October, I'm going to get some form of that draft written. And I did. And actually that little bit of time pressure was really helpful. It was my own goal, it was my own deadline. No one was asking me to do it, but I decided I wanted to. And that was a really cool feeling. And then started Nano with a clean slate. So I believe in you, Bethany. How many days we got? 6 days? Okay. all the best to you. More power to you. All of the good vibes, the productivity vibes, etc., etc. Pronouncing it correctly. Okay, excellent. Well, I guess we could just go ahead and start my last. Oh, hey, how come my banner isn't going anymore? Hey, guys. Hey, everyone. Hey, all you people. Why isn't my banner going anymore? How did that even happen? Okay, no idea when that stopped. Did I hit something? Anyway, we'll go ahead and start our last sprint. I just realized that with the last one, I passed up, I missed the opportunity to use the word penultimate because it was the penultimate sprint. I don't get a whole lot of opportunities in this life to use the word penultimate. So I try to take them when I can. But alas, this is the ultimate sprint, the final one for me for the evening. So let's do it. Welcome back from our final sprint of the evening. My final sprint of the evening, at least. That was wonderful. I did pop over quickly into Margaret Pinard's live stream because she launched a book today. So I wanted to support her. She supports everyone so much. And I'll share the link to that. It's still going. People are just talking about writing, if that's something that you'd be interested in, asking her questions about her book. So I wanted to leave a little note there. And then I just started brainstorming and thinking about this book I've been wanting to write. I literally found, I think this was from sometime in 2020. I found like a draft, but it wasn't even a draft. It was a title. And I was like, did I start writing this? No, I had written like 2 or 3 paragraphs maybe in 2020. I didn't even remember it, but this has been on my mind for that long. And it was actually when I was in Colorado just over a week ago that I was like, oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it during NaNoWriMo. Decision made. Anyway, so that was really fun to just work on brainstorming. So let's see here. Sako's back, sliding in for the last 11 minutes. Excellent. Oh, Morningstar, I'm so glad to hear you're having an amazing writing day. Almost finished with the chapter and working through. Okay, get back at it. Fantastic. Thank you so much for being here. Bethany, ooh, that's definitely a win. Finishing a chapter, I woohoo you back as well. Wonderful work. You're West Coast, so you have a few more hours to keep going. Absolutely. Absolutely. Stay in there. So it's funny because with NaNoWriMo, it evens out, right? And the month begins, those of us in the East Coast and the Midwest get a little bit of a head start. But on that last day, you got a few more hours after it's already ended for us. So great. I'm glad that you joined us and glad that you got to finish a chapter while you were here. That's wonderful. Let's see here. Might miss HK stream tomorrow. I have an in-office day with an audit and an audit interview at the day job. I got all those words jumbled up, but I know what you're saying. Okay. Well, as far as I know, I will be there, Morningstar, so I can report in for you if you are not able to make it. I'll send your regrets, I guess. I'll say, Morningstar regrets not being here. She has major work things today. And then everybody will send you all the well wishes because of course they will. Thank you so much for being here, Morningstar. Thank you, everyone. I am going to go. Oh, that's right, Jocelyn. I forgot to highlight you, but Jocelyn, the unicorn cowboy, is here. I went in search of figuring out how to send you a unicorn back, Jocelyn. Okay, you got some notes in. I'm so glad you were able to join. I'm going to go eat dinner now, 7:00 my time, and maybe I'll do some more brainstorming later, but I'm very pleased with what I got done today. I think I will get some good planning in this weekend as well. Well, I will definitely be in HK's sprints tomorrow. Bethany, I don't know if you're familiar. Everyone's talking about HK, but definitely recommend her sprint. It's HK Darkwood. I'm typing it in chat. She does sprints from Iceland. Let's see. Well, that would be 2 to 5 o'clock your time, if that was available for you. And if any of you are not subscribed to Lil Me, please do so. I would love it. And I will be doing sprints. They're usually pop up. I just don't have the kind of life where I can do them regularly yet, but I will do pop up sprints. Probably at least another time this week, and then throughout NaNoWriMo for sure. So, all right. Just thank you all for being here and making it just wonderful as always. So many productive, I didn't even mean to say the word productive, but it's true. I meant to say the word positive. Oh, just so much positivity always with the people who are here in these sprints. So thank you all so much. Hugs to you. And we'll see you all sometime soon. Oh, yay. Yay. Awesome. Thank you, Bethany. Thank you for being here, Sako. That's how you found. Oh, through HK? Oh, no, or through the pop ups. That's right. Good. It works. All right. Bye, everyone.